Hi and welcome to the third episode of Boosting Your E-commerce Journey. This is Himanshu Parab, your host, with the third episode of the podcast. And the topic for today's discussion is optimizing your online store for conversions. For listeners who have joined us for the first time, just to give you my background, being in technology in India and the US for 25 years in software development. This includes both product development and software services. In recent times, spent a considerable amount of time in e-commerce and we are simply loving it. One of the key reasons we started with this podcast was because in our discussion with many entrepreneurs who are trying to grow their business online, we noticed that there is a constant need for some form of support and direction, notably when there are obstacles or challenges along the way in e-commerce, particularly for first generation entrepreneurs. So we decided why not reach out and share our perspective on e-commerce and possibly the way forward. All this while making e-commerce fun, insightful and engaging. I'll open the podcast today with an interesting quote by Pep Laya, the founder of CXL. It's interesting because it largely summarizes the problem faced by many of the online stores today. And I quote, "Remember, every mistake your customer makes is not because they are stupid, it's because your website sucks." Unquote. I think this quote helps me highlight the importance of customer experience and why optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions is so critical. E-commerce is growing exponentially today, making it easier for buyers to purchase things online. This surge in online buying has generated a significant revenue growth for merchants, which, as we all know, has also significantly increased competition between merchants, whether in marketplaces or also in individual online stores. To maximize the return, it has become increasingly important for merchants to optimize their e-commerce website for conversions. In today's podcast, we explore the key elements of high converting e-commerce websites, from understanding your customers, their behaviors and preferences, to optimizing every step of the buyer journey. This episode is packed with valuable insights, action tips to help you boost your sales and hence your overall business. So let's get started. Let's start first with a brief introduction of the topic and its importance in e-commerce. When we say optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions, this would refer to improving your e-commerce website to increase the number of visitors who take the desired actions. This could be as simple as visitors visiting your site and browsing through your products, adding products to the cart, signing up for newsletters, or making a purchase. The goals here could be anything. For example, converting visitors into customers, increasing your sales, increasing customer retention, ROI, or achieving any other business objectives that you might have defined. So let us first understand what is conversion rate optimization. Conversion rate optimization, or what is also referred to as CRO, is a process of increasing the percentage of website visitors who complete a desired action, such as subscribing for a newsletter, downloading an ebook, filing out a form, or making a purchase. CRO involves analyzing how visitors engage your website to understand their interest and behavior, while also identifying obstacles which may prevent them from converting. Essentially, CRO helps you get the most value out of your online store, which can, for example, help you reduce the cost of acquiring new visitors and eventually converting more customers onto your store. Why optimizing an online store for conversions is crucial for your e-commerce success? There are many reasons. I'll try to identify the top 5 that come to my mind. The first is greater customer experience and subsequent retention. A great customer experience results in the customer coming back for more purchases, resulting in retention of the customer. This leads to point number 2, which is higher sales and revenues. The more you come, the more you purchase, the higher the revenues and the margins for the merchants. Aside from an intuitive and an easy to use store, a seamless checkout is also critical for higher sales and customer retention. The third point is reducing customer acquisition cost and improved return on investment. Higher sales add up to higher return on investments for the store. There is no limit of how much sale could happen online, while the relative cost to manage it would largely be limited. This obviously resulting in an improved ROI, return on investments, and also reducing the overall customer acquisition cost. The fourth point is brand building. Trust and loyalty is extremely important in e-commerce. Customers who are engaged while using the online store and make purchases are more likely to be returning customers. Research has shown repeat purchases become more probable with each sale, particularly for top brands. The fifth and the last point is competitive advantage. A higher conversion rate will always be a great differentiator and a critical competitive advantage when competing in this extremely competitive e-commerce space. Next, we will outline the top 12 strategies that help in optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions. The first is a user-friendly interface. A user-friendly interface refers to making your online store easy and intuitive for users to navigate through the website. Your website needs to be visually appealing and engaging to capture the attention of the online visitors. This, for example, include colors, font, graphics, and the page layout. Once you have attracted the attention, a functional and a user-friendly interface can encourage them to interact with your content and make the purchases. When we speak about a user-friendly interface, in my mind, Amazon is a great example. With over a million individual products worldwide, they're able to tick most of the boxes in spite of having a million products, giving an engaging and a user-friendly experience. The second point is crafting a compelling product page. It is quite natural that when a customer visits a website, they start browsing the product detail page, also referred to as a PDP. While browsing the product pages, customers will view the images, the videos, and go through the product descriptions and pricing. To optimize an e-commerce website, crafting a compelling product page is essential. It needs to be aesthetically appealing and organized, highlighting the key product information and its relevant features. A high quality product image and videos are very important as they provide a detailed view and create a strong visual experience. Clear and persuasive product descriptions help in effectively communicating the product's benefits and features. It has been said that 85% of the shoppers expressed the importance of product information and images when deciding which brand or retailers to purchase from, which pretty much summarizes this point. The third point is streamlining your checkout process. It refers to making the steps to purchase a product as quick and easy as possible. This involves simplifying the steps a customer needs to follow to complete the purchase, reducing any friction or obstacles that they might encounter. Streamlining the checkout process is crucial for reducing the cart abandonment and enhancing the user experience, allowing customers to quickly complete their purchases. Offering a guest checkout option alongside account creation can cater to both the new and the returning customers, accommodating those who prefer a faster, hassle-free experience. An example of a streamlined checkout process for me is Jiva.com, an online jewelry store based out in Bangalore. Its checkout process is quite seamless, helping customers remove any roadblocks during the actual purchase. The fourth point is optimizing your online store for speed. How fast your store and individual pages load plays an important role. Also, it is one of the key Google ranking factors. As you might be aware, users today expect a site to load within less than 2 seconds. Anything beyond that would typically result in a visitor's bounce out. Tool that I typically use, which is also free, is GT Metrics for evaluating the site's performance. Do you use similar tools to evaluate how your site is performing when visited by customers? The fifth point is improving your site's search engine optimization. As you know, SEO helps drive organic traffic to your website. By optimizing your product pages, you can improve your search engine ranking and attract more potential customers. On-page SEO for e-commerce involves improving each web page so it ranks higher in the search results. This would include your keyword research, working on your page title, meta descriptions, header tags, alt tags, images, internal links, and a lot more. The sixth on the list is utilizing A/B testing. In e-commerce, A/B testing involves showing different versions of your website, like your landing page, your product page, or home page, to different visitors. The goal is to compare these versions to see which one performs better in terms of conversions, such as for sales, sign-ups, or even time spent on the page. By analyzing the results, you can determine which design or layout is more effective at encouraging the customers to take the desired action. The seventh on the list is building trust and credibility. In e-commerce, trust is essential because customers need to feel confident that their transactions are secure and that they will receive the product as described. Building trust and credibility is crucial for optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions. It could be as simple as displaying trust signals like an SSL or a SSL certificate or a secure payment gateway, clear return and refund policies. This assures the customers about the safety of their personal and financial information. The eighth point is integrating social proof and urgency. Integrating social proof and urgency is key to optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions. Using tactics such as limited time offers and countdown timers creates a sense of urgency, encouraging customers to make quick purchasing decisions. Including social proof elements such as your reviews and testimonials of customer satisfaction helps build trust and credibility as well. These strategies help in tapping the psychological triggers that influence the buying behaviors, such as also fear of missing out, what also some people refer as FOMO, and the reassurance of following others' choices. Together, these tactics can significantly increase the conversions, drive sales on your e-commerce site. The next and equally important strategy is easy return and refund policies. If the entire process from browsing to purchase and returning the product is seamless, customers will enjoy the experience and be more likely to return to your store repeatedly. Make sure that you create a flexible and easy return and refund policies. This should include, but not limited to, the exact date of return and the information of how the merchant will refund the money to the customer. This along with information links to the return and refund policies so that while returning the product, the customers can follow the required steps. Also via WhatsApp, SMS and email, keep the customer up to date on the status of their returns. The 10th one on the list is resolving technical SEO issues. Technical SEO makes it easier for Google and other search engines to find your website's content. Search engines bots crawl your website and rank web pages. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Improve your site structure. Build consistent URL structures which helps visitors understand your site better, while XML sitemap helps search engines index your website. Review if you have any broken links and duplicate content. This adversely impacts your ranking negatively. Also make sure you submit your website to search engines to help bots crawl it faster and more accurately. The next on the list is leveraging data and analytics. Data is the key of understanding your customers and optimizing your website. Conduct data-driven decision making while tracking your key metrics. Your key metrics could include your conversion rate, your bounce rate, your average order value, your customer lifetime value, and there are a dozen more. You have to choose which metric matters to your business at what point in time. I also like to use a lot of analytics tool along with it, which my favorite one is Google Analytics, which helps me track website traffic and the user behavior. There are also the heat maps and the session recordings that you should use while you're trying to leverage your data and analytics. Now the 12th one is use the customer's feedback to enhance your site. I think this seems to be the most obvious but is often missed. Reach out to your customers, get their feedback. Post purchase, if they have had a good experience, ask them what it is. If they have had issues or complaints, reach out to them to know more. You'll be able to discern a lot of things that work and some of the things that don't work, and will help you make your overall website and your overall e-commerce journey much better. With that, we come to the conclusion of this podcast. To round it off today, we did an introduction and discussed the need and benefits to optimize your online store for conversions, and later the top 12 strategies to optimize. As we try to conclude, in my mind, optimizing your e-commerce website for conversions is not just about increasing sales and profits. It's also about creating a memorable experience so that your customers remember your brand and come back for repeat business. By focusing on user-friendly design, compelling product pages, streamlined checkout process, you can significantly enhance your website's effectiveness for conversions. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, staying ahead with these strategies will help you attract and retain more customers, ultimately driving your business growth and brand success. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this episode insightful. Kindly share this podcast with your friends and colleagues who you think might find it useful. Also, it will help us reach more listeners. If you'd like to reach out to us, we can always be reached at info@buildmymart.com, an e-commerce platform that helps small and medium businesses build, launch and manage their own online store at an affordable price. Join us next week and also share with us your suggestions on newer topics in e-commerce that you'd like to explore. Till then, keep exploring and have fun while at it. Cheers. Signing off, this is your host Himanshu Parab. Thank you and bye-bye.